make and do right to your fingertips. I'm Fern.
And I'm Stephen.
And here's what's coming up on today's show.
Find out if Fern can beat the clock in today's 1 minute make.
In Green Fingertips, we show you how to make a super sundial with built-in direction finder.
And grab your bottles to make this great Bottlenose Dolphin game. You never know how it will end up.
And for all the details on today's makes, you can video the show and play it back later. Look on our website or grab a pen and paper and jot it down straight away. Oh, Stephen, are these yours? Oh.
Let me check. They could be.
Well, if you've got smelly trainer trouble like Stephen, you need the super fresh fingertip sneaker keeper. It keeps your trainers together, it's easy to make and make sure they stay smelling lovely. And the secret is in the lid. Look, 2 anti-pong pouches, which means that when you store your trainers, they'll stay smelling lovely. And would you believe that this funky footwear started out as the box you bought them in? With a bit of decoration, this can easily be recycled into some athletic sporty footwear.
So the next time you buy a new pair of trainers, make sure you keep hold of the box. But if you've already thrown it away, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you use any box that your trainers will fit inside. Then cover the outside of your box with pictures of trainers that you can get from magazines and catalogues, and then go over them. And when you've covered all 4 sides, let it dry and then give it one more layer of PVA glue to give it a nice smooth finish. Then paint the inside any colour you want, and that's the first bit done.
Hey, that looks great. Now, if your lid isn't already white, paint it so it is, so it looks nice and sporty. Then, roughly, draw a rectangle in the centre of your lid, like that. And then, you want to make 5 holes either side of your rectangle. So just get a pencil and push down and give it a twist like that. And you want to do 5 along this side and 5 along this side too. Then make 1 more hole in the corner of your rectangle, and this will be a starting hole for you to cut that shape out. And when you have, you want to cut out a tongue shape, but leave one side attached so it's like a hinge. Then if you turn it over, on the other side of your tongue, you want to attach 2 pegs, so just stick those into place, and this is where your anti-pong pouches are going to go. And then if you turn it back over, you can get lacing. And use laces from a trainer because they're nice and long, and then just get lacing it like you would with a shoe.
And while Fern's lacing, here's how to make your anti-pong pouches. Now, you need to get hold of some cardamom pods, also some cloves, some rosemary and salt, and you need about a spoonful of each and crush them into a fine powder. And then, to this, add some of this stuff. It's peppermint oil, and you need a few drops in there. That should do it. And mix that in. And for the actual pouches, you're just going to use a square of material, and you put your powder into the centre of it. There we go. And then pick up all 4 corners together, and then put an elastic band around the top, and there you have your very first anti-pong pouch, just like that. Do you know, it smells lovely. Then you just attach them in place.
Yeah, you just want to clip them onto your pegs and they'll stay nice and secure in place like that. Then you can add some detail, like some stitching on your trainer. We've just done that in pen. And you could even add a bit of card at the end, so like a funky toe for your trainer. But be sure to put your anti-pong pouches inside your trainers when you're storing them so they stay nice and fresh.
Yep, so tame those trainers and keep the pong under control with the super fresh fingertip sneaker keeper. Trainers, fresh as a daisy every time. Oh.
You've got to keep them in the fingertip sneaker keeper first, Stephen. Got a minute?
Because this is the part of the programme where we show you how to make something in under a minute using bits and pieces you can find around your house.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And this is all it takes to make a wonderful creation.
Not a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff. Now, the thing is, you are going to love this one, right? But you must watch it closely because we're not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to try and guess as we go along. But we think you're going to want to make this. So
I like this one a lot.
You ready?
Yes.
OK, 3, 2, 1. Don't start yet.
I'm just arranging.
Go!
Okay, you need to get a coloured marker and a ruler and draw on a diagonal line from one corner up to this bit of your paper here. And if I just move this...
10 seconds and you draw one line.
Oh,
it's going well.
Leave it. Then get some scissors and I need to start snipping. Okay, I need to be about 30 seconds, I think, by the time I finish this. If I
you need
time
to be
this
quicker.
accurately,
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
24 seconds have gone.
Don't lie to me. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No. Nearly 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds and you haven't finished cutting.
Okay, I could pick up time. This is not that bad. It's okay, Fern. Come on, you can do this. Okay, one knitting needle. And now I've mastered this technique, so this bit should go very nicely. Just need to wind, keeping that point central if I can, to make a nice little pattern.
Would it worry you if I said it was 55 seconds?
Very much so.
Well, it's not, so that's
good.
all right. OK.
You fool.
Keep going.
Oh, you tricked me. And I've dropped my props. Okay, I'm nearly done.
It is 55, 56, 57.
Oh, stop!
Oh, 58 seconds.
Oh, my heart's pounding a bit there. I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, go on.
It's a speed bead. Look at that. How cool. And if you just thread it onto something like a piece of string or leather, you get instant happiness. Happiness.
How cool. Now, let me put
There
it
you
on.
go, Steve.
Come on. This is great. Right, I just pop it into place. Just here. You are going to make one of these, aren't you? Let me just tie this here. And there it is, in place. And you don't just need to stop there, do you, Fern?
No, because if you've got more than a minute, you could try making a necklace by threading together lots of different size speed beads. And check out my earring. This is made with silver paper to make silver speed beads, and it's attached to an earring fitting which you can buy from most craft shops. And my hair braid is attached to a hair clip, and I've used magazine cuttings to make this lovely pattern. And if you make big speed beads, you could make a belt with tassels. And check out my bracelet on some elastic.
But of course, if you only do have a minute, then why don't you make the individual speed bead and try and beat the clock. You're in the garden, it's a glorious sunny day. The birds are singing, the bees are buzzing. It's easy to lose track of time, you know. What time is it, by the way? But you won't lose track of time anymore, not with the Super Solar Power Hour indicator with Directional Finder.
That'll be a sundial then, Stephen. Put it outside on a sunny day, and when the sun moves across the sky, it'll cast a shadow from your stick onto the box, allowing you to tell the time.
And for that extra green fingertips factor, we've recycled it as a yoghurt pot and also a cereal box to make it.
Are you comfortable over there?
Yeah, just being green, Fern, just being green, conserving energy.
Being lazy, more like, come on, up you get, over there. Now, to make your sundial, you need to start off with the cereal box, which is covered in a base coat of grey acrylic paint. At this stage, it's a good idea to work out where your pot's going to go. So turn it upside down and draw around it in the middle of your box, right the way around here. And once you've drawn your circle, you need to cut it out, but make it slightly smaller than that circle so that your pot will sit into it nicely like that. Now, for that nice stone effect, you want to get an old plate with some black and some white paint on it and a screwed up old kitchen cloth. Now, get a bit of each colour on your cloth and just give it a few dabs on your plate first, just to mix all your colours in. And then you can start splodging on your box. And look at that lovely stone effect that you instantly get. Now, keep going over and over your box until the whole thing is covered. And then you want to just leave it to dry. And it'll look like that. Once you have, it's time to get veining. So get a very fine paintbrush and dip it in some black paint mixed with some water so it's quite runny. And then you just want to run your paintbrush right the way over the top of your box, like this. Not forgetting to go over the sides of your box as well so it looks very realistic. Now, once all the black lines have dried, you can do exactly the same in white paint mixed with water. Once again, just drag it all the way over, running across your black lines as well so it looks really realistic. Steve, how good is that looking?
Marvellous, Fern, marvellous.
Get on with the hours, go on.
Right, for this you need a ruler and a protractor, and the first thing you want to do is just draw a line at the back of your box like this. And then measure where the centre of your box is, and with a sharp pencil, just make a hole, and this is where your stick is going to go. Now, one side of the line will be 7 o'clock in the morning, and the other side of the line will be 7 o'clock in the evening. Then, with a protractor, you just want to measure 15-degree intervals and just mark off where they are. So 15, 30, 45, and keep going all the way round, and these will be your hours in between. Like that. Then get a bit of garden cane and dab a bit of glue on the end. And this will keep your shadow making stick in place.
Now, I think these glass blobs are great for marking off the hours. You just need one at one end of your stick for 7 a.m. and one for 7 p.m. Then just fill the rest of the gaps in. Or you could just paint your numbers on. But there's still one problem. How do you know how to position your sundial so that you can tell the time? Well, the first thing you need to do is go outside where the sun is shining so it will cast a shadow from your stick.
And then you want to pop your pot in place just there and carefully pour in your water like that. And then on top of the water, you want to just balance a piece of tissue paper like this. And now here's the sciencey bit. Now this bit's really difficult. It's not really, it's very easy. All you need to do is magnetise a needle, and you do this by just stroking a magnet across a needle. Keep going in the same direction. That will magnetise the needle, and you then place this on top of your tissue paper. Go on in, Fern.
Be quite careful when you do this bit. Let's just drop it on.
And you then want to sink the tissue paper. Now, Fern's better than me at this, so go on, Fern. Give it a go.
Hey, now the really clever bit is your needle will always point towards magnetic north. So move your box so your needle lines up with the centre line just here and your stick. So now you'll always know where east and west are, and you'll know exactly where the sun rises and where the sun sets. And if you haven't got a shadow cast in your box, don't worry, just move it around until you have.
So as long as the sun is shining, you'll always be able to tell the time with the fingertip super sundial. But don't ever leave it out in the rain, or you'll end up with a super soggy sundial. Hang on, that's my deck chair.
Just conserving energy, Stephen. Just conserving energy.
Look, if you're wondering why I'm standing on my head playing a recorder, well, it all started out as a game of fun fingertips spinning a bottlenose dolphin.
OK, Stevie, it's your turn to spin.
Right.
You see, if the spinning dolphin stops with his nose pointing at you, you could be in for a rough time.
Oh, no.
Go on, Stevie, take out a forfeit, because hidden inside the dolphin's nose are a load of fishy forfeits, and you can make them as silly as you want. So you're guaranteed to have loads of fun with your mates. What does it say, Stephen?
Hang on. I haven't even got a recorder.
Now, to make your fingertips spin the bottlenose dolphin, you need a large water bottle, a small bottle, and a plastic bowl. Yeah, because look, your spin the bottlenose dolphin really does have a bottle for a nose. So take your smaller bottle and just cut off the bottom bit like that. Then place this on top of your bowl and make a mark all the way around the base of it. And then make a starter hole using a sharp pencil and cut out this shape here so you get a hole in your bowl, like that. And also cut off the rim from the bottom of your bowl. Now, get your smaller bottle, put it on top of your large one, and just using some sticky tape, secure it in place all the way around like that. Then, get your bowl and just slide it right the way over the top to make a nice dolphin nose shape, like so. Then you can start to add your fins. They're just made from cardboard. Stick one either side, like that. And he's already really starting to look like a dolphin, don't you think, Stephen?
It really is. And remember, to play the game, you need to spin the bottlenose dolphin. And to make the spinner, it couldn't be easier. What you need to get is a crisp pot and fill that with sand. And you also need an old CD that you're going to stick the lid to the crisp pot onto. And this is going to make your balancing board. So turn it over. And then the big question is, what does the dolphin actually spin on? Well, it's another lid to another crisp pot. You just pop this onto the bottom of the tube and you're nearly ready to go.
Now you just have to get your dolphin and stick him on top of your crisp pot, making sure that his weight is evenly balanced on both sides.
He really is taking shape, isn't he? He just needs one more thing.
Paint. What you want to do is just get any colours you like and start painting him. But to get a very realistic dolphin effect, check out some wildlife magazines to get some ideas of dolphin-y colours. And look at that lovely two-tone blue, Stephen.
Very nice. And even the base looks like the ocean. Look, there's the sand, there's the seaweed and the sea.
And check out the spinning action. Oh, look at that.
And for the forfeits, you want to cut out fish shapes from thin card and then attach some thick fishing line or thread and also attach a bead which will act as a handle to pull the forfeits out. Now, make sure you're careful what you write because don't forget your friends may have to do this forfeit Or even you.
So if you'd like to make the fingertips spin the bottlenose dolphin, you could check out our fingertips website. Just click on fun and all the details will be there, and we'll give the address at the end of the show. We've even put some ideas for some fishy forfeits on there too. Or you could watch back your video if you've recorded today's show, but if not, grab a pen and paper right now because here's a recap.
Cut the bottom off a small plastic bottle. Cut a hole in a salad bowl the size of the bottle base. Take the small bottle to the large one and push the salad bowl over the whole thing. To make the spinner, fill a crisp pot with sand and glue it upside down onto a CD. Put the second crisp pot lid on the upturned base, making sure it spins. Then stick your dolphin to the spinner base. Make some fish-shaped forfeits and store them in your dolphin's nose.
Go on, Stevie, spin him again and make him dizzy.
Here we go. Come on. Oh, not again.
So go and have a giggle with your mates and make the fun fingertips spin the bottlenose dolphin. What does it say, Stephen?
I'm not doing that.
And next time on Fingertips, we zoom into action with a supersonic rocket pad, no pad.
In Food Fingertips, find out how spaghetti and creamy mash can become an edible hedgehog.
And in Fun Fingertips, we show you how to make your own froggy set of croquet.
Well, that's it for today's show.
If you want to make anything from the programme, then why don't you check out the Fingertips website? The address is just there.
And we'll see you next time for some more
Fingertips.
See ya!
Bye.